B.
What's up?
So today's episode is a sensitive subject.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how to be sensitive?
I don't really sometimes. I just want to do a quick disclaimer.
Okay.
I don't know you. I don't know where you stay. I don't know where your family stays. I don't know how you make your money. Well, I do know how you make your money, but that's all over the internet. But
whose business are you trying to get into right now?
Kanye.
Oh my gosh.
I'm coming to you from the heart.
She's coming straight from the heart. I hope you believe me.
I hope you believe me, sir. Because I'm coming straight from the heart on this one. All right, let's do the damn thing.
I got that dish. Got that. I got that dish. 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 I got that dish. I got that dish. That dish.
Hey y'all, it's Onika.
And it's your girl B.
And you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing today, B?
I'm here, scratching and surviving.
Good time.
As always. How about you?
You know I can't let it pass every time. I'm good. I had sunstroke the other day.
That's your own fault. Don't try and get sympathy from the people.
I've been working out.
First of all, pause. That's not why she got heat stroke, okay? She got heat stroke because she's been working out, and when she wants to take a ride along with her sister to go do her errands, she wants to stay in the car and not walk around in air-conditioned places. So, heat stroke to catch you.
I find air conditioning to be very aggressive.
Catch you. I don't have AC in my car, so and I don't feel. I don't feel
in a car because I find AC to be very aggressive in these stores.
Don't complain.
It's so cold. You have to wear a sweater.
Don't complain
then you
when you
wear
have
a mask
heat stroke.
On top of that, so you're cold, you're hot, you don't know up from down.
Don't complain when you have heat stroke. Then.
So I'm just saying. I wanted to segue it into. I've been exercising, guys. I've been doing Chloe Ting. I'm going to promote Chloe. I love this girl. This little flower. This little lotus.
I'm about to see what she's about because I'm gonna do the two week challenge.
No, you're doing the 30-day challenge with me.
Excuse me.
Starting in 5 days.
No, I'm not actually. I'm doing 2 weeks.
You're doing the 30-day challenge.
I'm actually doing
the 30-day challenge.
2 weeks. So you guys could do the 30 days, and I'll do 14. Thank you. I didn't commit to 30 days.
Well, think about it.
Nope. I've thought about it, and I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, well, that's fine. I did 30. I'm at day 25, so I got 3 more days.
Bless your heart.
I still struggle with the eating portion of things, but I really like Oreo Thins. I discovered that since I started crashing at my parents' place in the suburbs.
I won't speak on it.
I ate all my niece's Oreo Thins.
No, they were my Oreo Thins.
I don't care whose Oreo Thins they were. They were
my
good.
Business.
Oh, were they for your business?
Yes.
Don't worry, I'll buy them back. I'll buy them back. But Elle, how are you? Why aren't you on the mic?
No mic.
Why?
No mic today.
Why don't you have a mic?
No mic.
Next time we didn't set it up.
It's okay. Yeah, it's just a.
Well, chime in whenever you feel necessary. So we're dishing on Kanye today, and I felt it was important to talk about this because, first of all, I just want to make it clear to everyone: this man has a very serious mental health.
First of all, I just want to make it clear to the Kardashian family: do not come for us because we didn't send for you. So thank you. Secondly, go on to yours. Yeah,
we'll get to that. He has serious mental health issues. Kanye and I share the same bipolar. You know what I mean? This is not my claim to fame or anything. I was bipolar way before Kanye was bipolar. So it's like I relate to him in the sense that like I know, or I feel like I know these manic episodes that he's been having over the course of the last couple of years, because the diagnosis happened in 2018, or that's when he shared it with the world.
It's only been 2 years.
It's only been 2 years. He had his first episode of any mental health anything. Really, in all reality, we thought Kanye was out of his mind when he jumped up on stage and told Taylor Swift that Beyonce deserved to get the VMA award over her.
But it was the truth.
Or when he said that George Bush don't like black people. We might have all been thinking it, but you don't just go on national TV with Mike Myers and you say it. Like,
but these were true facts.
You should have seen how uncomfortable I watched this video. Mike Myers, because
he with his Canadian self.
Tried and true Canadian. He handled it like a Canuck, I would say, for that incident. You know, there's been so many incidences that have been leading up to this break of his mind, you know, and it seems to me he has a lot of enablers around him. And that's problematic. That's problematic. Like I said, this could be fact. This could be fiction. I don't live with them. I don't pay their bills. I don't buy their groceries. I don't take care of their kids.
They have non-disclosure agreements for their nannies and everybody. So, I mean, we don't know anything about anything.
So we'll never truly know what's going on in the
This
Kardashian
is the Kardashian
West
mystery. Okay?
household. Did he hyphenate his name for her? I don't think so.
The
Kardashian,
I'm pretty sure he's
the Kardashian
West.
West household
The
or
kids
whatever.
Serve, yeah.
But so I have several, and again, this is going to be a timeline. We've just been like, I dig these whole timeline vibes that I'm on right now.
Yeah,
it feels very historical to me. You know, these historical moments in our lives and in Mr. West's life. We're going to chronicle them in a newsflash. All right. So this would have been April 2019. So like I said, 2016 was when he had the original break from reality. He said at the time that it was exhaustion, it was sleep deprivation, but he was put on a form. We in Canada, in Ontario specifically, I can't say Canada overall, but we have our Mental Health Act that forms people when they're incapacitated or mentally incapacitated or unable to make decisions for themselves, or they're a danger to themselves or others. That's a Form 1. In America, it's called a Form 5051. So he was put on a 5051. Right? So it would have been shortly after 2016 in that incident that things started to shift into more, does Kanye have a problem? Right? We're seeing the erratic tweets and, you know, different things are going on. And there's all of a sudden like just this hype around Kanye's mental health. And he's saying he's not diagnosed and he's not bipolar. And he's saying that he doesn't have a diagnosis of sleep deprivation and he's fine. And, you know, everyone's like, oh, he's this creative person and these are the types of things that they do. And, you know, so everyone's kind of like, I feel like they were doing what is often done in these situations, which
with
is
celebrities.
Hiding. It's not even a celebrity thing. I think it's an instinctual thing. I think it's an instinct because they didn't know in 2016 that 2020 would happen. They didn't know in 2016 how bad, just like I'll give you the example of my family. My family didn't know in 2006 how bad it was going to get in 2012. They had never experienced bipolar before. They knew it for the first time, right? So they didn't know if it was going to come back, if it was going to go away on its own, if it was going to kind of like escalate, if it was going to de-escalate. They didn't know anything about it, right? And on top of that, people aren't even too keen on investigating and finding out. They're happy with the explanation that the people who have the mental health issues give them, which is things like sleep deprivation or I'm exhausted or whatever they want to call it. It's when things, the pressure cooker boils up, you know, and the pressure's on. That's when it's like, oh, SHIT, like, this is a problem. This is a serious, serious problem. So then we fast forward from 2016 to 2018. So Kanye has an interview, and this is when, you know, Kanye did his interview with Charlamagne the God, the 2-hour interview where he talked about his mental health journey a little bit. He talked about family and love and all these, like, his projects, his art, et cetera, et cetera. And within, like, a couple of days, he's on TMZ, which we've covered this in past episodes. We've done an episode on Kanye before. We might have done 2 episodes on Kanye before. We have a very breathy library of episodes, so I can't remember. So whatever, this is volume 2. We'll say that. So, we discussed the whole issue of what he had said on TMZ and how the whole black community was offended by the whole
It was
comment.
foolishness.
It was foolishness. And you know what I read? I read this somewhere, and I wish I had taken the quote, but honestly, it wouldn't let me highlight it, which kind of pissed me off. My computer was acting up. So, but the whole point they were trying to make was that being bipolar is no excuse for being an asshole.
No.
Being bipolar is no excuse for bad behavior or missaid words and I agree with this to a certain extent, because I think every person who is either suffering from a mental health condition in regards to whether it's a depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia, whatever it is, whatever it looks like and feels like to you, when you're in that state and you're going through what you're going through, you're not really concerned with what the outside world is thinking about you. You're in your own head. You're doing your own thing. You're feeling your own vibes. So, he talks about things like paranoia and people putting chips in his head. And he's really talking about...
Really?
Yeah. I'll find the quote. I'll find the quote. But he talks about, just his experience in mania. And I think that we need to respect the fact that this is what this person has gone through and not make it into a topic that is laughed at and made fun of.
I don't laugh or make fun of the situation, but I just think it's utter foolishness and stupidity.
I mean, Kim has been quoted as saying, this was in a 2019 article, and this just goes to show the just utter...
The thought process? Let's see the thought process. Show it to me.
I think we're in a pretty good place with it now. She said, it's an emotional process for sure. Right now, everything is really calm. But we can definitely feel episodes coming. And we know how to handle them.
Really?
So this is what she was saying in 2019. We know how to handle it. We're doctors. We got this.
Oh, okay.
We got this. We know how to handle bipolar. We've read all the books and seen all the studies. And, my favorite is when she talks about how, here it is. He wants to be a trailblazer and being a public figure, living a normal life with mental illness while not relying on medication. Okay. So, okay. All right. Okay. How do I say this without being a complete asshole? Kanye, I'm talking directly to you because I hope one day you hear this. I hope one day we could be friends. Really. And I hope one day you hear this. You hear these words coming out of my mouth. This is the trick of the mind that bipolar will play on you. We all know. I don't need to know you to know that if you're medicated, you feel sedated. For the first little while, you feel like a zombie. I mean, anyone who's been on medication in this room can attest to what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You feel like a zombie. It takes time to work into your system. And because he's a creative, and I consider myself a creative, creator of the podcast, creator of my book, et cetera, et cetera. I'm creative, so I get the whole, when I'm manic, I could write a poem in 2.5 minutes. And it's the bombest shit you ever heard in your life. But when I'm not in that frame of mind and I'm medicated, my creativity is feels like it's been sucked right out of me. And that's what he feels like. That's what he's expressed to on the David Letterman interview in 2019, I believe it was. I don't think that was 2018. I think it was 2019. We expressed feeling like not himself, when he was on the medication. So he's choosing the route to not take them. And I can completely relate to this in a certain sense because I'm at a critical point right now in my mental health where I've been stable for a couple of years. I've had a manic episode since 2016. It's 2020. I'm going on 4, possibly next year, 5 years. Mm-hmm. So I've made the decision mentally for my mental health and for my future just physical health as well, that I want to taper off my meds. Mm-hmm. Right? That's a different situation than,
just
what?
Cutting cold turkey, and deciding.
Cold turkey. I'm just going to not take this. I'm completely unsafe. I'm not a big, I believe in what I believe in, and what I believe in is really like, it is your business, because, I talk about stuff on my show, but I'm a believer in a little bit of this, a little column A, a little column B, a little Western medicine, a little naturopathic medicine, throwing a little yoga, a little meditation, health, diet, exercise, all that stuff, all that good stuff, and your mental health, you'll be well. I don't solely rely on Western medication, and I'm also making the transition to not. But could I say that 5 years ago, when I was at the height of my insanity?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. You can't make those decisions when you're not well. And
you can't enable those decisions for someone who's not well.
She says, for him, being on medication is not really an option because it just changes who he is.
Okay.
Traveling a lot does set it off, so he doesn't travel as much as he used to. But honestly, I never want to speak for him because I'm not in his mind. That was the Billboard article in 2019. But his mind is all over your house. Like, you are in his mind. You literally are
his wife.
in his mind. You're his wife. Like, it has nothing even to do with you
I
being
mean,
his wife. You live with him 24/7.
exactly. Like, that's what I was going to say.
Because
Like,
you're my sister, and when I had a manic episode, you're living with me. You were in my mind because my mind was all over our house. Like,
yeah.
My mind was everywhere. My thoughts, my feelings, everything, every emotion I ever
You used
had.
to write on the walls.
I used to write on the
fucking
fucking walls. Like, do like numerological equations on the walls.
Numerical equations?
Like, no. I was thinking of numerology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, I'd write on the walls. I'd pack up my stuff and walk the streets and hand out travel books to people, telling them they should take time off and get a vacation. Like,
yeah.
You didn't need to be my husband, wife, significant other, whatever, to see me experience that and go through that and realize this girl is sick and she needs help. Like,
but he has money, so he will continue to be enabled.
Yeah, he said in the Letterman interview was 2019, and he says to Letterman, you have this moment where you feel like everyone wants to kill you. You pretty much don't trust anyone. That's what he's saying it's like to have a manic episode. When you're in this state, you're hyper paranoid.
Schizophrenic.
Yeah, he honestly could be. When you're in this state, you're hyper paranoid about everything, everyone. This is my experience. Other people have different experiences. Everyone now is an actor. Everything's a conspiracy. You feel like the government is putting chips in your head. You feel like you're being recorded. You feel all these things. So this is Kanye at his most lucid during this period.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing with bipolar is whether you take meds or you don't take meds, it has ebbs and flows.
Yeah, like you
like
have
it's
to
not
have
like you're
periods
crazy. You have periods of lucidity. So it's not like you're crazy 24/7 all year round. You have moments where you can do interviews with Letterman and talk publicly and
and
do
get
whatever.
help.
And get help, exactly. But if you're talking about the enablers that are around him that don't necessarily feel like...
Listen, are we going to let another black man's career go down the drain because we decide to enable him? Robert Kelly. Robert Kelly. I didn't want to watch Surviving R. Kelly, but I watched that shit the other day recently during this quarantine times, and let me just say...
I watched it. It was hectic. I watched it when it first came on bootleg. Like,
come on, people. Don't let this man get too far, end up in the courtroom and start playing his music and be like, but he walked with Jesus. Jesus walked. Don't do it. Like, do not let his career go in vain. Like, save this man. Help this man.
No, he's not, no one is beyond help. I won't say he's beyond help, but like so now let's fast forward to July. It's been a year. He's done the interview. He's talked about being bipolar. He's accepted his diagnosis. which is key, which is the number one step, I think, to getting him even medicated, is the acceptance
Even
of the
though he doesn't want to be
diagnosis,
medicated.
Even though he doesn't want to be medicated.
So-
But there are forms for that. There are ways to get him medicated if they really wanted to.
They don't chloroform you
But
and
on the
shoot
4th
you in your
of July, they will. They don't even chloroform you. They strap you down. They shoot you in the butt with some medication. Like, that's what they do.
Shoot you in the ass.
Nobody wants to think about Yeezy in that situation, but he's a man. He's just like, he's flesh and bones, just like everybody else. He goes through problems. He has the mental health condition that he has, and this is the way the world, is working. Whether he has money or not, his money isn't going to save his mind.
This is what I mean. Like, with these enablers, like, they don't realize that. But, like, no Kanye, no money, like,
yeah, like, if he's sick, you're all sick. All your bank accounts
like,
are sick.
it's not to be sadistic or anything, thinking about it that way, but, like, be realistic. If you don't care about the man's well-being enough to do something for him, like, at least care about his money flow situation. Like, do we want a Bobby and Whitney situation?
Like, it's just insane.
We're not saying he's on drugs, but, like, do we want his career to dwindle down to something that...
In 2018, he said he was addicted to opioids on the TMZ.
You like,
episode.
come on
He said he was addicted
now.
to opioids. He had liposuction because of people or criticizing
Come
his stomach.
on now.
And whatever else he said
I
on
love
the TMZ
College
show.
Dropout.
Like, everybody loves College Dropout, but he's, at the end of the day, he's got to move past all that and just, like, now he wants to apply, and not even apply, he's running. He was going to be running for president.
Yeah, didn't he got the swing countries, Wisconsin or whatever?
He didn't, no.
He registered in one of those states
He
Registered, he had it, this was when so basically, July 4th, he says he's running for president. So they go through the process of getting him on the ballot.
Yes.
So he does his first rally in Charleston, North Carolina. At this rally, he denounces Trump. So let me run down the list.
Oh my
of his platforms. He's running for president in 2020 under the banner of the birthday party.
I'm sorry.
Tesla / SpaceX founder.
Oh my God, just stop
Elon
reading.
Musk is giving him advice as he will name a preacher from Wyoming as his vice presidential candidate. In addition, he said, I'm speaking with experts. I'm going to speak with Jared Kushner, the White House with Biden. He no longer supports Trump. I'm taking the red hat off. At least something good came out of this.
No, they're one and the same. They're one and the same.
Of potential,
Twitter rants, foolishness.
He's suspicious of potential COVID vaccines.
Trump might be mentally ill and we don't know.
Trump is mentally ill. Because the vaccinations are the mark of the beast. He believes Planned Parenthood has been placed inside of cities by white supremacists to do the devil's work. He envisioned, this is my favorite one actually, because this just shows you how far gone he is. He envisions a White House organizational model based on the fictitious country of Wakanda in the Black Panther film.
He what?
He envisions a White House organizational model based on the fictitious country of Wakanda in the Black Panther films.
Oh yeah,
Panther
go on,
film.
Kanye. I'm voting for you.
Yeah, I'm. That's my favorite one because I'm like, if you can make that happen,
Yeah.
you might get the black vote. Like,
Shoot, if you can make that happen, give us a shield around our communities where nobody sees us. They just walk on through. We're a force.
oh my gosh,
I'm down.
it's just.
Kanye's just.
And
Sir,
that's the rally where
sir.
he said that his father was going to abort him, and he almost aborted his daughter.
Yeah, like you see,
He
like
almost killed his daughter. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
I understand
when,
this man is manic. Like
he's
I understand.
Manic, and like, how did we let it get that far? How did he get?
This
to the
is what I'm
presidential
saying.
race?
This is what I'm saying. You have so many enablers that you were able to get your name on a ballot.
This is Michael Jackson all over
ballot?
again. That's what this is. This is a Michael Jackson.
Michael
shit.
Jackson, Richard Kelly, all of these black men, they took them down with this foolishness. Do not be one of them, Kanye. Do not. Do not. Because your wife's already not stepping in to do nothing for you. And I don't want to play the race card, but if you had a strong black woman by your side, We would have called you on your
They
foolishness
will
already. You
definitely
would have been
call you on your bullshit.
you would have been in the madhouse already on the medication that you need to be on. And if you decided
Listen,
to not be on it,
we would have strapped you down and poked it in your butty. Like, just poked you. But you see,
like,
my mama, want to talk about strong? My mama's called the cops on me several times.
Yep.
She's had to.
yep.
She has called the cops on
This
her
girl has
flesh
tried
and
to
blood
open the car
daughter
door while driving.
to kill everyone in the car. And my mother had to beat my ass into submission and lock me away
But no.
in a mental hospital.
But no.
That's a strong woman.
I mean,
that's the kind of woman
listen.
you need by your side. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
she's 66 and she's taken. But you know,
And you know, like even if it's a situation where Kim feels like, you know, she can't handle her man, like, my girl, what are you sitting on money for? Like, what are you sitting on money for? What you'll pay people to do other things. Pay somebody
to take
to take care of him and take this man to the places that he needs to be, i.e.,
the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, he
or
needs
if
to be
or
hospitalized.
what you famous people will call a mental sanctuary.
Yeah, like an oasis.
An
in
oasis.
Nevada,
You know,
Arizona.
Club Med.
Yeah, in Arizona somewhere. Take him to a retreat. I don't care. Do
Yeah,
something.
like, do
Don't let
something.
this man just continue to flounder in this world.
You have
Flapping
kids
his
by
wings,
this man.
like-
You really, like, do you think, like, we live in a world with internet exists and anything that goes on the internet is there forever? You think your kids aren't going to grow up 10, 12, 15, 20 years from now and not see the foolishness their dad was carrying on with in 2020? Do you think they're not going to? And what are you going to explain for that? What are you going to do if one of your kids call you out and be like, Mom, what are you doing?
Yeah, where were you?
Like, where were you? What are you doing? Like, what are you going to say? I had to clasp my hands and shut my mouth.
And apparently, after the whole South Carolina debacle,
A debacle, you call it? Okay.
the debacle of South Carolina, he goes on Twitter and says he's divorcing Kim K.
Oh, that's probably why she was crying in the back of the car, I heard in those
Probably.
pictures. And then he said his sister-in-law stinks. I want to know the facts. I want the facts. I want the facts.
I don't know if we can handle the facts.
I want the truth. We can't handle it. I just want to know.
No, I just...
She should, like, you know, she should be taking milk baths. Like, you got that type of money, bitch. Like, do it. But I mean, my legs don't want milk.
No, I'm just like...
Milk and honey? You
honestly, Kim KW, like, stand up to the W. Like, stand up for who you are.
He
You're
can't
West.
beat you. And, like, come on. Like,
you're
what?
West. Like,
What do you think this man can do? You really think he's going to
Be
leave
the
you? I'm
change.
pretty
Like,
sure you
he's
have
not
prenups and
leaving
all
you.
these things in play. Like, you're okay. Like,
you're
just
good. Like,
stand up to this man.
take care of your man.
Like-
Don't enable him.
Stop the madness.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Like, and you know, what did I say to you the other day when we were discussing this? You know, I find it so funny that Miss Auntie Kris Jenner hasn't jumped to the defense of Kanye West. You see all these men that come in her children's lives? Her kids could do something wrong and she'll come quick to the defense. But the men, she's like, carry your tail. Just figure it out. Like, where this is your grandchildren's father. Like, where
Yeah,
are
they're not
you
Lamar
with your
flounders,
input?
So whatever.
Like,
You know what they did to Lamar.
I know.
You saw what they did to
Oh
Lamar.
my
They're going to do the
gosh.
same thing to Kanye.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the stupid stupid Kardashian curse or whatever,
It's a
Jenner curse.
Kardashian curse.
I don't believe in it, but, like, get it together. Like, get
Yeah.
it together.
Kim was quoted to say after the whole bizarre Twitter rant, as many of you know, like, even to start a sentence like that, everybody knows.
This girl says as many as you.
many of you
Oh
know,
my gosh! Very
Kanye is-
Kim Kardashian fashion.
Kanye has bipolar disorder.
Thank
Terminating
you
the illness,
for the update.
incredibly complicated and painful. She says she hasn't publicly spoken on it before because of the children and Kanye's right to privacy, adding that she was compelled to speak now because of the rampant stigma around mental health. Was it the rampant
God.
stigma around mental health, or was it that he said he was going to divorce you?
Yeah. Like, and the thing that, like, it took him saying he was going to divorce you for you to come up with this. Like, what happened to the embarrassment? Like, what happened to the fact that he's ill? Like, he's sick? Like, you didn't want to fix any of those things before it got to this point. This is what I'm talking about. The enabling.
This is the gem dropper for me.
Oh, my God. There's more
dropper.
gems.
We dropping on those gems. Amanda Seals. Hey, girl. So, people who are unaware of or are far removed from this experience of mental illness can be judgmental and not understand that the individuals themselves have to engage in the process of getting help, no matter how hard family and friends try.
What is your trying? Show me the receipts.
Show me trying. Living with bipolar disorder does not diminish his dreams and his creative ideas, no matter how big or unobtainable they may feel to some.
Enabling.
This is a part of his genius, and we've witnessed it. Many of his big dreams have come true.
This is like just a big fat package of enabling
wrapped in codependency.
Codependency as smooth as goddamn silk. It's disgusting.
It's like, it's dipped in truffle butter.
Like ugh.
So she concludes her statement with a request for fans and media to show compassion.
You know where I think this all started?
Towards the family. What? No. Kim, do something.
This all started when his mama died. I'm sorry.
It did. That was the kicker.
This all
2007
started
when
where
Donda died.
His mom died.
Yeah, he lost.
And it's like,
and on top of that,
sisters?
his mom and him share the same birthday.
Yeah, like you see, like this,
so he's reminded.
This is very triggered. This is very triggering. Yeah, like but like, where are the family members? But I think Kanye was
family on Kanye.
I feel like he was always a believer that, like, family were money hungry too. I feel like there was, I could be talking on my ass, but I feel like there was
cousin, a sister,
brother, a sister. That's what I'm saying. Like,
and if they were out there, they'd be coming out the woodworks to make comments right now. Like, I told you Kanye was crazy. Like, they become like, I told Kanye to give me no money, so I'm just gonna say whatever about him. Like, I don't think he has like a large. I think it was probably him, his mom, and his dad. Like, and then his dad.
We just come from a big family, so I expect people at least to have a minimum of like 5 people or something in their circle. But this is true. Like, I guess there are people out there that don't have
family.
Like, for instance, like when we're old, it's just the 2 of us. It's not like mom and her 11 siblings.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
so it's like
only child, but he has a stepbrother and stepsister.
Yeah, you see, like that. They don't. Yeah, and they
only child, stepbrother, stepsister.
See, and they probably don't give 2 shits. Yeah,
yeah.
So they're like, Kanye can go down for all they fucking care. They probably laugh.
They have no comments to make, and they're so far removed. The stepbrother, stepsister. Who cares about their comments? That's not juicy. So that's probably why they've kept their mouth shut. I don't know. Like, these are the signs, though, just to look out for. Kanye often says he's misunderstood. He's mentally at least 10 years ahead of everyone else. He has so much God-given talent that he just might be a deity himself. Nobody else is like him. He's an individual. He's a meta, postmodern, cross-cultural pop star genius. He's dope.
He's got a God complex, that's for sure.
He's an artistic genius, and if you don't understand or appreciate what he creates and says, he must be ignorant or unevolved.
Whatever.
He's often offended, and he's a genius. So, like, this is all.
He has a God complex. You see when he built his church? Remaking his music and R&B music to church music.
So
on time, every time. Have you heard that one?
No, I've heard.
For thanking you.
I can't breathe. Da 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 da. I came down to the hole, so I can't breathe.
I was on the fact that he took was slow take it. That song?
No,
he took that song and made it a church song.
That's disgusting.
Thank you.
No, so talkativeness, we see it in Kanye. Rapid speech, decreased need for sleep. Is he sleeping? Is he eating? Is he getting the nutrients
Who knows?
he needs? Who nobody knows. The racing.
It must
thoughts
be a
are
lot
clear
running a
'cause
church, I tell you that.
as
And
he
making an
thinks
album.
we get it in real time. Like, that's the thing with social media.
With Twitter?
too.
That's why
As
the president of the United
as
States
he has
looks-
the racing thought, we get it in real time. So
Yeah.
all of those little qualities that I listed that Kanye believes about himself, they're all intertwined with the symptoms of mania. Like the grandiose thinking, increasing goal-directed activities. So I think he had said he wanted to release, it was 2017. When was it that he said he wanted to release them 5 albums? all
Oh,
at
good
once?
Lord, I forgot about that.
2018, right? And they were very lackluster, apparently. They weren't that good. Expansive mood, impulsivity, irritability. Like, he's got all the qualities. I wish him the best. I truly do. I think the enabling and the codependency needs to stop.
Listen, I'll tell you what he needs. He needs the black music industry and community, and future-wise as well. Like, you'd think his fans would be a little bit like, like I'm a little bit of a Kanye fan. I fell off, when things got a little shit disturbing and rocky. But like, you'd think his fans would be like, he needs help, and not like just enable him and say, oh, he's so dope, he's so creative. Like, this is a part of who he is. This is how he makes his music. This is how he does his art. Because there might be a day that he becomes so manic that he cannot produce this art anymore. We almost lost Kanye to an accident. You remember when his mouth was wired shut? Do you remember? Like, now we're finding out he almost got aborted as a child. We almost lost Kanye twice. Do you want to lose Kanye to a manic episode? So ridiculous. Like, the point is, like, come on, have a care, people. Like, you can't be enabling this man. He's dope. He's this is his creative flow.
It starts at home.
This isn't weed, people.
Charity, as we
this
like to say,
isn't the marijuana.
Charity starts at home. So what in all reality needs to happen, because his fans can't do nothing for him.
No,
like, his fans could tweet out some nonsense.
You know what I mean? Like,
he may or may not listen to.
Put up
influencers to talk to him, like his wife, his best friend. Random
put up an
uncle,
alien emoji or something. Put up
something.
something. Just blast them. Everyone. Beyonce has the hive.
Yeah, like his fans right now just support him in the sense that
because
you're not on the internet.
The whole thing
giving
is
uneducated opinions about
this man's life. Yeah, like, once again, we don't know him. We don't know his situation.
We don't know. What
you just know because of bipolar. So
we have the bipolar connection. That's why I feel like I qualify to have this conversation.
Sympathy. I have sympathy to the fact. I have empathy to the fact that, like, he is a man and he needs help.
He's a black man, too.
And the people that are around him are not helping him whatsoever. You have no excuse not to help this man. You have the money. You can find the resources.
You can build, with the amount of money you have, you can build him a hospital.
He already bought a ranch. Make that shit into a mental facility for him when he's ready to run crazy and free. This girl tells me all the freaking time that's her plan. She's gonna buy a ranch and just
buy a ranch, build a compound, and nobody can ever hospital. Get some padded rooms up in that bitch. Decorate it the way I want to. Get some padded rooms in that bitch. I go crazy, put me in a padded room until I'm calmed down.
I can say
nurses,
this because
I'll have doctors. See, these are my grandiose thoughts for my future. So I can appreciate where Kanye's coming from when it comes to the grandiose thoughts for his future. But right now, he is not well. He is very unwell. And he's around a lot of people who seemingly don't know how to support him.
Or just don't care.
Or seemingly just don't care. And that's the problem with the whole situation. That's why outside people have to come into your house, Kim, and talk about your situation with your man. Because you're not handling your business, okay? You're not handling your shit.
And we're not saying, we obviously know it's a difficult situation and everything like that. But, like, yeah, handle your shit, baby girl. Like, and Kanye, handle your shit. So your wife's not here like she has to handle all the shit with the kids.
I sympathize. I know I came in hard at Kim just now, but I sympathize.
Yeah, she's
with
been
her
done
situation.
Sympathizing, not me.
I sympathize with her situation in the sense that, like, I think of my family and when I was sick, my whole family was sick. Like, there wasn't a single person in my family that wasn't touched by my bipolar. If they gave two shits about me, friends and family members, I should include both friends and family. When I was sick, they were sick. They were worried constantly. They didn't know. They were walking on eggshells in my house all the time, not knowing when Onika would snap. Like, it was a very trying, very difficult time. So I can understand, Kim wanting to protect her privacy, of course. But, maybe take away his gadgets. That would be, like, number one thing.
And as a mother, get the shit together. Like, your kids are going to see this in the future. Like, they're going to see that daddy had a breakdown. Publicly. And they're going to, like, what do you plan on doing? Like, if this continues, like, homeschooling these children for the rest of their lives? I mean, you have the money. So you have the money to homeschool these children if this shit goes sideways. But, I mean, to help him get through this shit, it's like... there's only so much I could do. This is Kanye. Like, get it together. Something's got to give.
Something's got to give. I mean, I don't know what more else we could say on this. I feel bad for the whole lot of them, to be honest with you.
It's a trying situation.
For Kanye, I feel bad for Kim. I feel bad for the whole Kardashian Jenner.
I don't feel bad.
Plan.
I don't feel bad. It's a trying situation, but you guys have the resources and the money, so get it together.
No, but it's. I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. That I'm not saying I disagree with you, but think about the emotions behind it. Don't think about the fact that they're millionaires or billionaires. Think about the peopleness of it. Even peopleness is even a word. But I
understand. Like,
but think about how, like, for instance, our family and what we all went through. Like, what we all went through.
It's not in the public eye. Okay,
it wasn't in the public eye.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Okay.
So number two, and also think about how many options they have for treatment. Right?
But the thing is,
they could have doctors literally have doctors telling them, "Don't worry, we'll not medicate this guy." And he'll just flow through these manic episodes and have them periodically throughout his life.
Enabling.
No, but I'm saying to you, they could be looking for the diagnosis
that they want to hear.
That they want to hear. Because they're surrounded by yes men. When Kim says some bullshit about how, it changes who he is to be medicated, that's some dumb shit. Because everybody who's medicated, it changes who they fucking are to be medicated. That's dumb. Don't say stuff like that.
Enabling.
It's enabling. It's very much enabling. So they could have gone to many different doctors, gone to a shaman or a Tibetan monk or anything, because they have the money to do so. And they could have found the diagnosis, number one, and the treatment option that worked and suited their lifestyle. But now they're coming to the conclusion in 2020, after dealing with this since 2016.
It's not the answer.
It's not the answer.
Well,
and he's out of control now.
So now this is your time to choose a new option.
The only option at this point is, I don't care if they're the Rockefellers. You need to press 911... Get the crisis intervention unit down to your Hidden Hills, California mansion.
Discreetly, because you have that money.
I'm sure you have a back door to that bitch. Get an ambulance. Get the white coats, because I know they do that in America. They strap you into the white coats. Get him to a hospital and get him medicated. When he's 4 or 5 years into recovery, when he's doing things for his health, he's doing things for his mind, he's doing things for his art, and he's back to quote unquote as normal as Kanye West could ever be, because he was never the average guy to begin with. Mm-hmm. No one's saying get rid of his creativity or his genius or tame it. But right now it's completely out of control, and I can attest to this. I just came off of having a 1 week manic episode. And the ideas that I came up with, even to this point, I'm scared to write them down. Because if I let my mind go into those places, those different avenues, like when I'm not mentally ready for it, I could spin myself out into another cycle.
Yeah, because it's like all these things in front of you, all these thoughts, ideas, plans, things I want to do. I came into this bitch today. We're having a little, we're going to dish on Kanye a little bit. And I'm telling
Elliot and Bianca about like 8 different things I want to do before September. Like, they're not listening to me because they know I'm crazy. Like, they're just like, whatever, Onika. Like, that's fine.
Like, we'll
like,
put it in the pocketbooks
like,
for later.
Put it in the pocketbooks. Yeah, like, let's just parking lot
Stick
that
a pin.
shit. Stick a pin, you know? Because it's that manic. You always, even when you're not manic, you always have that manic mindset. Some of your creativity is definitely tamped down. I can agree with that. Like, in regards to like your art and your artistic like talents, but it's always still there. And there's a way, and I know this to be true because there is a way to control and harness that with using Western medication and using alternative sources to rely on as well. Mm-hmm. You just have to give that treatment option a chance.
Yeah.
And being non-compliant with your medication, Kanye, is not the smartest move for you right now. That's all I'm saying.
Whew.
So, with that said, B, you have any last thoughts?
I just mean, like, I don't know how many times I can say it. Like, just get it together. Like, Kanye, like, do better. I understand you're sick. I understand you have a mental illness. It's hard. It's a struggle. But, like, you need to be medicated. You need to be medicated, or you need to be put on a regimen that stables your condition. Like, you know, like, maybe if you want to be in this whole, oh, no medication zone, like, you have so much money, there must be somebody that could figure it out for you. Like, I'm sorry to harp on the money, but there's so many people in the world that suffer from this disease that don't have the resources and the finances that these people have. Yeah, and we live in Canada. So, like, you know...
Our healthcare is free.
Exactly. So, like, I'm talking about American people even at that. Like, there are people that have this disease that go through this every day that have to do the certain things they have to do. You have the money and the resources.
You should call Catherine Zeta-Jones. She's bipolar. She'll
you know who you should call? Iyanla.
Call Iyanla.
Call Iyanla, okay? She will fix you square straight right up. You and your wife. And to your wife. Like, I understand. Kim, like, I understand. Like, times are hard. You got the kids to think about. Like,
for a couple
you know, like, girl, like, to each his own. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. But you need to put your foot down. Like, this is your husband. This is not your boyfriend, nor just your little side piece or your baby father. Like, this is your husband. You lay down to have an umpteenth amount of children with him, whether through you or your surrogates. So, like, you need to just get it together. Your children don't need to be seeing daddy on a mental breakdown, okay, and be wondering and scared because kids don't understand, so they get instantly scared. You don't want that for your kids and your family. So, like, put your foot down and put him where he needs to be, in the hospital. Don't matter if Kanye's mad at you and say he's gonna divorce you and all that shit. Deal with it, my love, because if he doesn't divorce you now, you're gonna go through a lot of hella high water years later dealing with his mental health.
Untreated mental health.
Mental health.
Oh my gosh.
So,
anyways,
to each his own. I don't know your business. You don't know me. I don't know you. But
like I said, I don't know where you stay. I don't know where your parents stay. These
are just opinions.
Like, they're just thoughts. Just random stuff thrown out there. Just was a little concerned about you from one bipolar person to another. And I wanted you to know, Kanye, because I'm speaking to you directly now. If you ever want to talk, like, Bianca, let Kanye know how you can reach us.
If you ever want to reach out and, like, you know,
just
not sue us or anything, and just have a discussion, you know, an open discussion about bipolar and
be on the show,
and, you know, anything. So if you want to reach out to us, Kanye, you know, to just have a little chat, you can reach us out at Dysh at daintydysh.com. So that's DYSH at DAINTYDYSH. And if you're listening to us on Apple Music,
give us 5, deserve 5.
And if you're listening to us on any other streaming service, thank you, like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to get a hold of me and Onika together, you can reach us on our Instagram at Dainty Dysh Podcast. So that's DAINTYDYSHPODCAST. And if you'd like to reach me individually, my Instagram is thatmuvabadxo. So that's THATMUVABADXO. And if you'd like to get a hold of Onika,
you can reach me at Best of Onika. That's BESTOFONIKA.
And that is that.
All right.
Oh, and L. I always forget you. And if you want to get a hold of L, his Instagram is
It's
L-O.
its.ello.
There we go.
It's
See,
LO.
I'll remember that one for next time.
Yeah.
All right, so that's everything.
All right.
We didn't mean to harp on, the Kardashian Wests. It's just
Kanye, just
trying times, man.
Keep on keeping on, sir. Keep on keeping on.
Keep
okay?
your head up. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier.
Ooh,
Child. If I knew Biggie's part, I'd get in there with it right now. But I don't.
Just someday. Sorry.
Oh. Sign us out.
Sorry. All right. That's enough of that. All right. That has been the dish of the day, and I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.